Hey fellas, you know who it is. Decided to start up a little secondary series called ArtOrAut Confessions, because there have been some topics that I considered getting into that were too big or too serious to cover in my regular installments. These will probably be released sporadically at best, might be longer than my usual work, and won't be so strict when it comes to editing, so you'll probably come across stuttering, mistakes, what have you. Also, the videos aren't going to have any captions added to them, and visually, the picture of the microphone there is about all you're going to see. So, if you just like the melodious sound of my voice, or the topic of the day interests you, then you can just surf other websites, keep my video on in the background. You're not going to miss anything visually. Anyways, for this first one, I thought I'd get a little more personal and self-centered, and talk a bit about my channel. Now, none of you have asked about it, but hey, I'm doing it anyway, so nah. First, I'm going to make a confession. When I bought my microphone, I wasn't thinking of making a YouTube channel. The reason I got it was actually to take a crack at offering voice work over on Fiverr. Always been told I had a nice voice, usually by people coming through the drive-thru I work in, so figured, hey, why not? This was also the first time I made a video intending to upload it to my profile, so people could actually hear what I sounded like, and well, it was nothing like the ArtOrAut videos you see today. I was talking, yes, and even making some jokes, but instead of black screen and white captions, I was using pictures. I even still have the video kicking around somewhere if anyone's interested in seeing it, though the audio quality is crap and it's only about 2 minutes long. Going on YouTube didn't even occur to me until a couple of friends started discussing the idea of creating a channel, of which they wanted me to be a part. They wanted to try and pattern it loosely off things like the Young Turks, aiming for a variety of news bits, little entertaining things here and there. I really should give them a solid kick, though, because I don't think they've actually started it yet. You hear that, guys? Come on, join the tube side of the force. Anyway, I like the idea of forcing my ideas on other people so much, and was so impatient to try it out, that I made a channel and took a crack at my first video, which was Tomb Raider Sidesteps Neatly. With only a microphone at my disposal, I opted to try inserting captions to give the watcher something to look at. I had never used the Windows Movie Maker software before, so you might notice that the captions, timings, and duration in the older videos are, well, even more crappy than the ones now. Inexperience ahoy! I'll admit, when I first started the channel, I had thought to make it about gaming and news, or rather gaming news, sorry. But I realized that generally the people who discuss gaming news show some occasional games here and there. Anyway, I don't even go on Fiverr anymore, to be honest. It was just a bit too much of a hassle, and I realized that there wasn't much of a market out there for what I could do. In addition, Fiverr's video submission rules were a little strict. They only seemed to accept videos where you stood there talking in front of a camera, face and all. Sticking myself into video really wasn't something I wanted to do, because I'm really camera shy. And every attempt I made to put my voice into a submission, from a blank screen video to a video with some pictures, were rejected, leaving me with no way for people to hear the person who was offering to do voice work for them. Anyways, I know it sounds like I'm just talking about random shit, but the reason I bring this up is because some of you have suggested or asked that I start using some form of visual representation, like photos. But as you know, I obviously haven't done it. I don't want you guys to think I'm just completely ignoring you, because I'm not. But just as obviously, I'm not going to be following the suggestion anytime soon. Still, you guys deserve an explanation. The reason I don't use pictures is I fucking hated the entire process involved. Anyways, bottom line, I make these videos because I enjoy doing it. It lets me blow off some steam, stretch my writing chops a bit, see how I perform as an entertainer. I mean, sure, having panties flung at my profile and making a gazillion dollars would be nice, but I'd call that frosting, not cake. Slogging through the internet for over an hour to get 20 pictures that were used in a video that was much less than half the length of my usual work was absolute hell. Because first of all, it was basically snatching someone else's content and slapping an ArtOrAut sticker on it. And second, it just felt too blunt. I know some of you probably hate the captions, but at least the jokes try to fit to what I'm saying. They're of my creation, and hopefully draw the occasional giggle. It's given me opportunities that I wouldn't have had if I'd stuck to pictures, or to just showing my face. Like trying to come up with an alternate acronym definitions for the perimeter intrusion detection system at JFK Airport. Like, probably ineffective during storms, piece of an operative donkey shit, prayer intensive detection system. I mean, it's not comedy gold, okay, but it's still better than a picture of a fence, isn't it? Actually, don't answer that. Anyways, here's something else about it. The only actual ArtOrAut video with a single picture in it was the very long Pitfall of Uber Graphics that I did back in my first days. It was just one picture, about halfway through, and even though the writing, recording, caption adding, and such only took me about 2 hours to finish, I wasted another full hour trying to make the stupid video sync up with the stupid audio. By which I mean, make it sync on YouTube, because the file on my computer was synced perfectly. And yet, every single time I uploaded this video, the sync would be thrown off by a full 2 seconds, which ruined the joke I was trying to make. It's weird because this only seems to have happened when it comes to either images or the subtitle style captions that are available on Windows Movie Maker. I tried using the caption subtitles in my troll video. That way they would pop up faster when I was saying, basically when I was mimicking the troll's behavior. Only when I uploaded it the first time around, the timing was just completely fucked up. Sometimes they would just appear on top of each other, sometimes they wouldn't appear for a good 5 or 6 seconds. It was ridiculous. The only reason I got close to matching up the sync in my Pitfall of Uber Graphics video was I kept uploading the video, checking the sync, tweaking my file, and then deleting the video and re-uploading it over and over. I must have done it 4 or 5 times, and that was all just to have one picture on it. So fuck that shit. Look, I'm not saying that there's no room for a visual element in my videos. I mean, I've seen Swoozy's work, and I find his little stickmen are hilarious. But if I do bring some visual element, it's going to be something of my creation. And since I have no artistic talent whatsoever, ironic given my YouTube account name, that'll be a long, long while. Which brings us to the future of the channel. Now, I'm sure none of you are wondering where I plan on taking this channel, but I have been. I mean, I've been at this for about a month now, and I already think I've improved. Not just in making the captions actually stick around long enough to read, but also my presentation, my pronunciation, even the quality of my script. Of course, I could be wrong. I could suck just as much now as I did when I started, but still. I don't really have any major changes in mind, unless I can learn to animate really quickly, really well, because, well, I barely have time to work on these videos as it is. I don't have time to start learning an entire new skill set. Anyways, I do hope that I've entertained you over the past month, which, if you're bothering to listen to this for the past 8 minutes, I can only think maybe I have. All I can promise is to try my best, pursue this with all my energy, and every bit of quirky creativity I have. So, for my usual closing, this is ArtOrAut, promising to bring you a much less self-centered topic next time. Although there's probably some of you who won't quite like the next topic. We'll see.